also be monitoring these COPD patients. Or let's talk about the elephant in the room. It doesn't even smell like Chanel on my house, but my petty patient. Maybe a little bit too good for. Hi you guys, welcome back to another day in the life vlog. If you're new around my channel, welcome. My name is Emma. I'm a nurse. I currently work in chronic disease management as a nurse care coordinator. I work remotely, and yeah, that is what most of my vlogs are about. A little bit of lifestyle here and there, nursing content. So if that is your type of thing, I would love for you to subscribe. It is way much later in the day. I would say my day has been like productive, especially now that my husband and our toddler are out of the house. They're running some errands. So I've been using this time to get a bulk of my monitoring calls done. Just a little bit about my job if you're new here. I work for a company that manages and monitors patients with chronic conditions. I myself, I think like 99% of my patients are hypertensive. There are other nurses who monitor diabetics and then also CHF patients. As of last week, it seems like we will also be monitoring COPD patients. So that's in the works right now. They haven't yet piloted that program, but it's in the works. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I'm not sure if like we will also be monitoring these COPD patients, or if they're going to hire a bunch of new nurses for that particular program. But if we do end up hiring, I will be sure to let you guys know about that. So right now I'm currently working on just calling out my patients monthly. We're supposed to outreach them, see how they're doing, answer any questions or concerns that they have, and then also do some chart reviews. So I've been doing something different the last 2 days in that I'm just like calling them straight out. Like 5 to 10 patients, I'll pause and document on the phone calls that I've had. Just because sometimes documenting can take so long. So I'd rather get those calls in and then document after, unless there's like a very specific event or report that I get from my patient that, you know, I need to jot down to remember. But the majority of my patients, they're okay. They don't have any questions about their recent vitals. So the documentation for those calls are usually not as time consuming. So yeah, in between that, I'm also triaging my patients. I haven't turned on my camera in maybe what, 2.5 weeks maybe. It's been so long, y'all. First of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room. No, I did not cut my hair, even though this looks pretty real. It's a wig. I actually bought this wig maybe in the spring. Yeah, I bought this wig like in the beginning of summer. It stayed in a corner of our hallway. I never opened it. I was just nervous, you know. I've got a big head and I'm like, is this gonna fit me? Am I gonna look like Lord Farquaad? Am I gonna look like I got on a pixie cut when it's supposed to be a bob? And then I was a little bit nervous about the color as well on my go-to wig. I'm thinking about actually getting this one in black, but there's only one person in this house that likes this wig, because my husband hates this wig, by the way, and I find it hilarious that he doesn't like it. The more and more I find out he doesn't like it, the more I want to wear it. When I asked him what he thought about the wig, he was like, I don't know, I just don't like it, find something else. And I'm like, this literally looks like the bob I had last year when I got my hair cut for my birthday. It's just in a different color, but he's not feeling it, y'all. Years ago, when we first started dating, he would actually like drive almost 6 hours to his hometown to get this haircut from his favorite barber. I hated that haircut with a passion. I used to call it the square haircut because it literally looked like a square sitting on top of his head. And so I asked him, I was like, do you hate this wig as much as I hate that haircut, that square haircut that you used to get? He said yes. So that's how I know he really hates this wig, but I love it, you guys. What do y'all think? Be nice in the comments, please. But if you're interested in it, I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. I got it from Amazon and it's just beautiful. It looks natural. It doesn't come with the headband. It's actually a full lace wig, but I'm just putting the headband on there to leave a little bit of my hair out in the front because gone are my lace front days. Anyways, so what's been going on? I've just been taking a breather. Every week I think about, you know, starting a new vlog and doing this, but it's just like, I've just needed a little break. I haven't really been doing a good job at like vlogging weekly. I think right now I've been like posting every other week just because sometimes I just need a breather. And then also, if you watch my vlog last month, you know that last month was my visiting month for home health. And so I was working my full-time job and also trying to see my patients towards the end of the month during home health. So it got a little hectic. So I just needed a little breather so that I can just, you know, prepare myself for the new month. I am still working on a decent routine for myself for work. Towards the end of August, I got about maybe 10 to 15 new patients. And when you get new patients at the end of the month, it sets you back. Like my metrics look off, my utilization looks off, because when you have new patients that come in, of course, they're starting off fresh. Their vitals may be, you know, out of range. And then also the system is going to think that they've only taken few readings for the month when really they just came in towards the end of the month. So honestly, if it was up to me, I would just like choose to receive any new patients within the first week of the month, of every month, so that I know how to set myself up for the rest of the month. But when you're just like getting a lot towards the end of the month, you just feel like you're never going to get to the end goal. So currently I'm at 288 patients and the max is 300. So we're almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, I think this month, since it's kind of like my free month, it's my in-between month from doing home visits, I want to try really hard to manage my time a little better. Of course, every day looks different for me. Working from home with a toddler at home, it looks so different. Like right now that she's out of the house, I'm able to focus on work and of course talk to you guys a little bit in between my breaks. But for the most part, it's really, really challenging to do both at the same time. So whenever I get pockets of focus time, that's when I give it my all. On days when my husband is off are usually days when I'm the most productive. But during the days when he's working, it's kind of like I gotta hurry up and do as much as I can. It can be a little stressful. So this month, what I've started doing is working a little bit after hours just to like catch up on what I somewhat didn't get to do during my work hours. And I know that's kind of not like that work-life balance, but I'm still really grateful that I get to, you know, work, you know, and work a little bit more after my work hours, because I gotta catch up regardless. Like I want to eventually like spend the last week of the month not coasting, but not doing as much work as I'm putting in during the regular weeks of the month. Like one of the nurses in my pod, I'll be set. I just need to figure out a really good system, and that takes a little bit of time. And of course, like it looks different to everyone. She has kids, but they're in school, they're in high school, so they're grown. She has kids, but they're older, they're grown, they're in school during the day. So I have a little one at home. There's also another nurse in my pod that has literally an infant. So like it just like everyone's workflow looks different, but one thing we all do is work towards a goal so that at the end of the month, the metrics are met. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. The bulk of my job throughout the day is basically triaging out of range vitals, and then lots of patient education. I've had patients who are on blood pressure, who have been on blood pressure medications for years, and they still don't know what it's for, what their medications is for. They still go by the shape and the color of the medication, as opposed to like reading right off the bottle what the medication is, so that I can better triage them. But yeah, so lots of education, lots of follow-up, lots of just holding my patients accountable, especially when it comes to lifestyle choices with diet, you know, exercise when physically possible, because I do have some patients who have, you know, arthritis on their knees, hip issues, so you can't really tell them to exercise for 30 minutes daily when they're experiencing flare-ups or when they're in pain almost every day. So it's just working with the patient and just educating them on the things that they can actually have control of. And more often than not, it's medication compliance, diet, hydration, that sort of thing. I'm actually gonna be filming a Q&A video soon. I've got a lot of sit-down videos to record. I need to share my experience taking the Kaplan. I remember when I was looking up videos on the Kaplan exam itself, it's very few. There's a lot of videos about the TEAS exam, but the Kaplan was very few in between. And so I got to record about my experience taking the Kaplan, or just studying, preparing to take the Kaplan. Also this Q&A video. I get a lot of questions about remote jobs, pay for remote jobs, my experience working so far. So I just wanted to just take some time to do a sit-down video and answer like the frequently asked questions that I get all the time in my comments and emails. So be on the lookout for that if you're one of those people who's still waiting for my response. I promise it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, I promise. I keep smelling my wrist, y'all, because I put, I have on Chanel Chance on my wrist. So when my mom was here last holiday season, like early January, when she's in the States, she basically like stocks up on all of her stuff. And we went to Macy's at the Chanel counter, and she ended up like buying a whole bunch of like her Chanel stuff, including this perfume. This is the Chanel Eau Tendre. And I think that's the eau de toilette and not the perfume. And I don't know what it is about this Chanel in general. See, I love it on my mom. It just smells so beautiful on her. And the dry down of that perfume is so wonderful. It literally almost like, and it ends up smelling like baby powder on her after she's had it on for a while. And so I haven't put it on my skin since January, and I was like, you know what? Let me just put it on my wrist. I miss her, and this scent literally reminds me of my mom. I just keep getting whiffs of my wrist this entire time, and it's just like slowly turning my stomach. I don't know if it's gardenia, or I know it's got grapefruit in it, but on my skin, it doesn't even smell like Chanel. On my skin, it smells like I went to the Dollar Tree and bought like the cheapest perfume I could find. Cologne, almost like cologne. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. Can you guys see how gloomy it is outside? I'm not even sure if the camera's picking up on like the trees swaying back and forth, but fall is actually my favorite time of the year for so many reasons. I have a twin sister and I's birthdays in the fall. My daughter's birthday's in the fall. 4th year of LPN anniversary is actually coming up as well. And also my wedding anniversary is also at the end of the year. So I'm excited for cozy weather. I do need to get my daughter a few more like warm weather stuff, a few more sweats, some long sleeve shirts and that sort of thing. Another egg? Really? You smell good. What you and your dad been spraying over there? Did you go to the store and smell perfume?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dada gave you a pow-pow?
Dada gave you a pow-pow?
Yeah.
Dada gave you a pow-pow at the store?
Yeah.
What did you do? Has anyone else started decorating for fall? I found this really pretty cream colored pumpkin at Walmart the other day. Actually, my daughter grabbed onto it, so it's like, oh, it's gonna come home with us. I don't know, I feel like it may be a little bit too big for our counter space. I may just put it over on our dining table, but I need to find the ones that I got last year. It's either that or I'll just go back to the Dollar Tree and get some more pumpkins, but I really don't do too much, just not one of those. So maybe I'll keep this here or I'll put it over on our dining table. I don't know. Currently 6:36 right now, been off the clock for a little while. I'm still not done charting and documenting the phone calls I had all day today, but I need to fix me something to eat because I have not had a decent meal since earlier today. For breakfast, I've just been like snacking around with my daughter, so I'm thinking about just making me something real quick. Y'all know, if you guys are new here, my go-to meals usually during the week are like some form of frozen vegetables and some kind of protein, but I am sick and tired of fish for now, so I'm giving that a break. I'm thinking some leftover coconut rice that I made with, I got these left. I need to go back and get some more Brussels sprouts, but I'm gonna have this mix tonight. Oh, let me tell you guys about my petty patient. I ended up doing my last triage call, and this is a new patient of mine, so I'm just like orienting this patient with, you know, what essentially the whole purpose of me calling for triaging and all that. Anyways, so at the end of a call, I need to give you guys the background story to the petty part. So for any new patient that comes into our monitoring program, they get like this pamphlet along with their monitoring device, and then also get sent this link to their phones that they can watch a demonstration of how to take their reading, you know, what to expect and blah, 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 just like orienting them visually through video. So for this patient, this is a hypertensive patient. So the patient was sent a link to a demo of one of the nurses in the company showing how to take a blood pressure. I don't know who it is. I've never watched the video before. But anyway, so my patient goes, by the way, the nurse who did the demonstration video and showing us how to take her blood pressure was kind of high. And she starts laughing. I said, oh, really? I've never watched the video before. And she goes, yeah, maybe she needs some monitoring too. I was like, oh. I have yet to watch that video. Maybe I'll ask someone on the setup team to send me a link of that video so I can watch it. But that was so funny. That was funny, but I didn't want to laugh on the phone. I was like, oh, really? Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate. Like, ma'am, don't be petty. Like, you just got in this program. Don't be petty. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. And if you have any like video requests, anything else that you'd like to see from me, please leave it in the comments. I'll see you guys in my next vlog. As always, take care of yourselves. Bye.